Hello knitters, Faylin from Strand Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California. Today I have what I'm wearing it's on my needles and some classes, and it's Christmas, yay! So stay tuned. Okay, first what I'm wearing. I made this last year. It's called the Stella Cardigan. I'm going to put pictures up so you can actually see the lace and everything because it's a little hard to see on this. But it's got a lace panel that comes down here. It's got a little lace yarn everything in the back. And it's got nice puffy sleeves. You know, I love it. I made it out of a brushed alpaca. And it's cozy and warm and I love it. So, but this is a pretty good basic beginning lace. Yeah, there might be actually a little cable in here too. So a little bit of lace and cables. It's a very geometrical lace that's pretty simple, you know, yarn over thing, and then there's the one cable. So if you've done some lace and some cables and a sweater, you can definitely do this. If you've done lace and cables but not a sweater, you could do this because it's a drop sleeve, so you're just making fronts, backs, and sleeves. And so it's pretty basic. And it can be made out of lots of different things. You'll see the picture is just a smooth yarn. It doesn't have to be the fuzzy yarns. And so we've got lots of those. It could be done out of the Queensland, of course I can't find, tweed, Kathmandu. This is such a good sweater yarn. It's wool, and it's silk and wool. And it's soft as anything, and it wears really good. I made my son a sweater out of this years ago, and he still wears it all the time, and it looks brand new. So it's a really, really nice yarn, a workhorse yarn, but it feels really good, and we have lots of different colors. And so this would be a good choice for this sweater. And so then this was last year's really fun cowl that we did. A lot of people did this for Christmas gifts. So this is called Versa, and so this is a slip, I think this is like a slip stitch pattern up here. It's been a year. And then you have a striping pattern on the bottom. So we did one skein of each of the Cosette, Dream and Color Cosette, but any two colors, again, the Kathmandu would be good, but we have lots of different yarns in here that you could do this out of. DK worsted, and I even had out of the Dream Cosette, I had a couple people that just made them a little bit smaller, like not quite as long. Not this part's a little bit smaller, and they actually got two out of the two skeins. So you can do that. You don't have to make it as big as it is and only use the one, make the one out of the two skeins. They got two out of the two skeins. So that's what I'm wearing. And then I started on my needles. I did the Sophie scarf, which I showed you last week. I'm in love with this. I'm totally in love with this. So one is very simple, and it's also a good idea. You could actually just do a scarf and just do this applied I-cord on the edge. So you could just do a regular scarf, and because the edge is just so pretty, and it's just knit garter. Now this one, of course, has some shaping because I started here, and then I did knit back and forth, knit in the front and the back to here, and now she has you do a slip one, knit one, pass up, stitch over. I didn't like, it was too, you could see it too much. So I'm just doing knit two togethers, and it's a little bit more invisible for me. So, and as you can see, I'm almost done. And then I'm doing one out of an aqua color. And again, I can't get away from the Dream, you guys. So now I'm doing one out of this color. So these are for my sisters for Christmas. Quick, fun, quick, knit anywhere, really fun pattern. This could be the staple for this year, because this is just such a nice pattern. And of course the Dream is just so soft. It's totally comfortable around your neck. And yeah, loving this pattern. Then the other thing that I finished, I just have to weave in an end, but this is called the Wister Hat. And it's a slip stitch pattern. And we combined the brushed alpaca from Blue Sky Fibers with cashmere. So this I used, but not those colors. Wait, hold on. Like that. So we actually had the same colors of this as we've had the cashmere, which this is last year's cashmere. And then we had the exact same colors. That's because Christine ordered it. And then, so it's so funny. You're like, oh, these all match. So I used one strand of each of these, and this is just soft, yummy, wonderful, wonderful. And this is a nice, fast pattern. You have enough left over to where if you wanted to make this slouchy, you could. You could add some more length to it, or width to it if you needed to. But it's a simple slip stitch pattern. It goes pretty quick. I don't remember what needles I'm on, probably like an 8 or something. And then, but see, we have pink, and then we have the cream color, and we have this taupey color, and we have the gray color. And of course we have pom-poms that can go on top of them and make them look really pretty. Like this would be really pretty on top of this. So this is a great idea too for the girls in your life, because it's just soft and squishy and a little bit fuzzy and everything. And then the other hat that we've got going is this one, and I'm gonna put the name on it because I didn't look it up. I made this last year, but this is such a fun hat. So again, this is you've got, you know, you need to have done hats because there's a lace pattern in this one. But again, it's pretty symmetrical as you can see, and it's just such a fun hat. So you got, that's one, like the front and back, or depends on how you want to wear it, or this one right here. And it takes one skein of the Alpaca Grande. One skein, that's all, one skein, including the pom-pom. So that's the other hat. So the hat class is gonna be on the 13th. I'm out of order class-wise, but you know, I'm so excited about the hats. So we're talking about hats first. So this is the 13th, Sunday the 13th from, what is that, 10 to 12. So either hat, or if you have a different kind of hat you wanna do, then, you know, and you need help with the hat, bring your hats, and we will work on hats. There you go. And like if you're doing this one, you want to get it started and then, you know, get help on how to start the pattern. This one too, if you want to get it started, get the rib done so you'll get into the slip stitch part pretty quickly. That's always a good idea. If you get your yarn earlier, get to the part where you need help, then come to class. But if you need help right away, just bring your stuff and come to class. So that's the 13th. Now this Sunday is the gnome class. So again, we've got our little gnomes. These guys, oh, they're so cute. So gnome class, these are small circular solutions. So that means you're either doing double points. Not many of you do double points. Unless you've been doing double points, you know, that's just what you learned and you still love them, and double points work really well. But if you haven't learned, you're not going to learn double points. You're going to learn 2 circulars. If you haven't done it, you need 2 circulars. So I think this was done on like a 4 or 5. Look down in the email because I give you the name, you know, the size of the needle, and you need 2 of them, like a 16-inch one and a 24-inch one, or 2 24-inch ones. But it's better if one's like 16 and one's 24 because then you can sort of tell the difference. It's also better if the needles themselves are 2 different colors because it's easier to tell the difference. So like a metal one and a wood one or something like that. And same with him, his hat needs to be, or you're doing magic loop, which is your 32-inch, whatever size needle this is. I think it's a 4 or 5. And then of course it's got the pom-pom maker, which is the Clover pom-pom maker, I-cord legs, super simple, glue on nose, glue on hat, string in the legs, really fast. This guy is bottomed up, and it's just a cone you make, all one piece, and then you have to make a hat. I-cord arms, this little beard is easy, and the nose is just a rectangle. So, and then put it all together. Hat, this particular hat has short rows, but you don't have to do short rows. You can just do a straight hat. And so that's this Sunday from 10 to 12. Okay, so then I'm gonna turn this around now, and I'm gonna just real quickly show you how the I-cord works on the Sophie scarf. Be right back. Okay, so here's how we do the I-cord. So I'm going to start where I'm at now. So an I-cord is usually your yarn is starting 3, 4, or 5 stitches from the beginning. And as you go ahead and knit this yarn with this stitch, it pulls these 3 stitches sort of into this circle. So see how it's like this is a circle right here. It's a tube. It's an actual tube. So if you've got 5 or 6, like the little gnome guy, I think is 5 or 6 stitches for his legs. That's how an I-cord is actually made. So I'm obviously, you know, in process here. So I would knit this row. All these rows are knit. There's no purling, which is fabulous for this Sophie scarf. So, but as you can see, the yarn's coming off this, it's actually coming off this 4th stitch. I slipped these 3 stitches, so the yarn is actually coming off that 4th stitch. But I'm just gonna go ahead and knit and see how it just pulls. Now on the 2nd stitch, I pull pretty tight. That way I can get it to come around and I don't have a string between my stitches in the back. All right, so then you just knit all the way to the end. Oh no, to the last 3 stitches. So here I go, last 3 stitches. Luckily I'm in a short part of this. Okay, so there's my last 3 stitches. There's my last 3 stitches. Now you're gonna move your yarn in front, just like you're gonna purl or yarn over. So you just move the yarn to the front. So you go over the right-hand needle. You're not gonna cross over like this. You're gonna go in between the 2 needles over the top of the right-hand needle. So now the yarn's just sitting in front, and you're gonna slip as to purl. So you're going tip to tip straight in. You're not gonna go like you're gonna knit, because that will twist the stitch. We don't wanna twist them, we want them straight. So you're gonna go straight in like that and just slip them over. That's it. And now again, here my yarn is coming after these 3 stitches. Turn around and go again. And that's the whole thing. That's just all there is to it. It's really simple to do and apply I-cord edges. Very, very simple. Again, pull really tight on the 2nd stitch just to help those stitches go around the back. And see what I might do is, so see how to go around the back. And see these ones right next to your needle, if you looked at them, these ones right next to your needle, you go, oh wait, but I can see the things. But as you see, as you get down from the needle down here, it all pulls together and you don't see anything. So this stitch will pull over. And it just looks like it's just a beautiful edge. Did the I-cord bind off? Well, this is another way to use I-cord. It's very stretchy. Again, all knit, easy peasy, easy peasy. And yeah, so you can either just do a scarf, a regular everyday scarf, you know, that's however wide you want it. And you just, the first 3 and the last 3 stitches are your I-cord, and then you're just knitting back and forth. Gorgeous. I mean, that makes a gorgeous scarf for anybody. And then of course there's this Sophie scarf, necktie thing, which I just love. So anyways, there's your little tutorial, and I'll hope to see you guys in the studio real soon. Bye.